Hey everybody, I just wanted to insert this before the video begins. I recorded this on July 3rd. I'm in the United States. There are fireworks going off in the background. I'm not bumping or hitting the mic. I've recorded this like 3 times and I finally just got finished editing it. And I tried to remove as many of those fireworks as possible, but you're going to hear, especially if you have headphones on, some low thumps. That's just the fireworks going off. So happy 4th if you're in the US, or if you're in Canada, happy Canada Day. And just enjoy the fireworks. Hello, crypto friends. This is Don with frogwallets.com. And in this video, I want to cover 2 things. One, I want to talk about putting crypto in your own possession, what that means and how you do it, how exchanges can screw you, and what's your alternatives. And then the second thing I want to talk about is what we're doing at frogwallets.com to make that even easier if you decide to use a paper wallet. All right, so the first thing, put your cryptos in your own possession. You probably heard other people say it, but how do you do it? That's a pretty good question. Well, first of all, let's talk about exchanges. Here is my Coinbase account. You can see I have $2.43, and this year I've lost $434. Great. But essentially, what the exchanges are doing is they buy a big pool of crypto. Let's talk about Litecoin. Let's say Coinbase, all of a sudden, they want to sell Litecoin. They're going to go out and they're going to buy, let's say, 10 million Litecoin. So now they have 10 million Litecoin, and then all these users across the globe, they come to Coinbase, they send them money, they make money by selling the Litecoin. It's a transaction fee. They make the money by selling the Litecoin to the users. And what happens is those users leave their Litecoin on the exchange, and what they get is a ledger entry just like this that says you own 10 Litecoin. They did not transfer that Litecoin to you. You do not have access to that Litecoin. The only way you can get that Litecoin off of there is by going through these prompts and sending it off. They may charge you a fee for doing that. Again, this is how they make their money. They make money from every transaction that is buy or sold or traded in some cases. So you never ever get the private key to the address they tell you to send your coins if you're receiving it to. So what happens with these exchanges, and I'm not picking on Coinbase because Coinbase thus far has proven to be the best of the worst, I guess. But essentially, they're all selling derivatives. They're all saying, okay, we have 10 million Litecoin, and this user's got 10, this one's got 100, this one's got 50. Well, you add them all up, and they may have sold way more than 10 million Litecoin. Again, that's all they have. But to them, it doesn't matter because most people are leaving the Litecoin on the exchange. And when they want out, they just want dollars. So they can just give them dollars. All right. But what happens when a coordinated attack happens on any crypto? It's already happened with the Luna, the Terra Luna, the US dollar pegged crypto went down to like fractions of a penny at one point. I don't know what it is now. There's rumblings of this happening with the USD coin, but the big one everybody, if you're paying attention at all to the crypto world, is when it happens to Tether, these exchanges are hooped because they do not have the amount of coins they sold. When people start withdrawing in mass, all of a sudden they've got technical problems, or they were hacked, or whatever excuse they're going to use to make sure that people don't withdraw more than they can allow because they don't have it. All right? So the solution to this is you do not use anything that is not going to give you your public key and, most importantly, your private key. If you have the private key, you can find the public key. That's for another video. But if you have your private key, you are in control of the assets. Put the crypto off the exchanges and into your hands. There is basically three ways in which you can do that. The first one is a hardware wallet. This is the Trezor, but there's also a Ledger, and I'm sure there's a couple that I've never heard of. What this device does is it plugs into your computer. It gives you all kinds of crypto addresses and the private keys. And if you ever need to send or receive or whatever, sell, all you have to do is transfer it from the ledger. If you're selling, for example, you could send it to Coinbase and hit sell. But what Coinbase can't do, because they don't have access to your Trezor, is they can never come in and say, we've been hacked and all our crypto was stolen or whatever, because your crypto is not on the exchange. That little balance doesn't exist. It is on this device in which you would have in your own possession. The downside to our hardware device, in my opinion, is they sometimes need updates, and when they do update, they can break the bridges that allow for transferring coins from one site to another. If you're really in a pinch and you need to sell something, it hits the whatever, let's say Dogecoin goes up to $2 and that's where you want to sell. And you plug it in and it says, oops, the bridge to the Dogecoin network is broken. We're working on a fix, and they get it out with, say, a couple days later, and by then the Dogecoin has dropped down to $1, for example. Well, you're kind of hooped. But no matter what you do, this is better than this. All right. The second thing is mobile wallets, and then there's three that I'll briefly talk about: the Trust Wallet, the Monarch Wallet, and the Exodus Wallet. What I like about the Monarch Wallet is that they give you your private key. So they give you a public key, but they also give you the private key. So if you lose your cell phone gets destroyed, and you've written down the seed phrase for the Monarch Wallet, you can download the app, put in your seed phrase, and all of a sudden you got access to everything again. It just gives you a copy of what it already had. That's pretty much the same for the Trust Wallet. And there's also the Exodus that does the same thing. They will give you your private keys. But the most important thing the best thing I like about the Exodus Wallet, I said important, that's not what I meant. The great thing about the Exodus Wallet is you can exchange. So it's kind of a wallet with an exchange, and they'll take a little cut, but like, let's say you're in the USA and you wanted to buy Theta or T-Fuel, which you typically cannot do. You could send Litecoin. You could go to Coinbase, buy some Litecoin, send it to your Exodus wallet, and then swap it or exchange it for Theta or T-Fuel. That's a great benefit. They also give you a seed phrase, which you can write down. If you lose your cell phone, you can use that seed phrase, get a new cell phone, and download the Exodus wallet, use your existing seed phrase, and boom, you've got your Exodus account back. Of course, if you lose your mobile or your cell phone, you want to have access to those cryptos sooner rather than later, because someone can, if they can get into your phone, they might be able to take your coins, and there's really nothing you can do about that, because the crypto world is kind of the wild, wild west. If you initiate a trade, there's no third party going to say, no, you can't do that, or there's no one to call and say, hey, I didn't mean to do that, like you can with your bank if someone steals your debit card. If someone does it, you're hooped, all right? And that is essentially the kind of the downside of the mobile wallets, is if someone does steal your cell phone, there's a couple ways they could do that. They could physically steal it, and if it's not password protected, they can get in and basically take your crypto. The other thing that does happen, especially with people that are known to have a lot of crypto, there might be an inside guy at AT&T or Sprint or whatever that will do a SIM swap where they basically send the data from the old phone to a new phone. It's not really your new phone. It's somebody else saying that it's their new phone. To me, the hardware and the mobile wallet does have some risks that I am not comfortable with, because those kind of stories, while rare, they do happen. All right, so the third option is a paper wallet, and it doesn't have to be a frog wallet. And you don't have to use any of the ones that I've talked about here, but I'm just trying to help you understand what the frog wallet can do. It's a paper wallet, and essentially what you're going to do is you're going to record your public information on the outside of a piece of paper. You're going to fold it up, and we have very specific paper that we use. You put your private information on the outside. This is where the logo identifier goes, and this is where a QR code would go, and your public key would be here. You fold it in half, and this is the inside. This is where your private key goes. Some wallets like Theta will have a password, so you'll have a private key and a password. You could also have a mnemonic seed phrase. And so what a frog wallet will do, even if you decide to go with a mobile wallet, they give you seed phrases. So what you can do to back up your mobile wallet is use a frog wallet in tandem with a mobile wallet or a Trezor, because they do the same thing. They give you a seed phrase in case your device is destroyed or broken. You can buy a new one, plug in the seed phrase, and you have access to your account again. Well, you got to store that somewhere. And so with the frog wallet, you're going to store the public-facing information on the outside, the private information on the inside. That goes into a clear envelope that's sealed so it becomes waterproof. I mean, we are talking about paper. It is a linen paper that we use, but it is susceptible to water damage. So by putting it in a clear envelope, you can see through it, but you also get the benefit of water sealant. And then on top of that, in our kits, we have the Fire Wallet, which is a fire retardant document holder that will withstand up to, I believe it's 900 degrees Fahrenheit. So you put the paper wallet inside the Fire Wallet, and then you put the Fire Wallet in something else that's fireproof, like a metal drawer or a safe, and you're like, the odds of anything happening, unless your house gets blown away, you're pretty much 100% protected. All right. So that is your options for putting the private keys in your own possession. If you use the Trezor, the Monarch, the Exodus wallet, I don't know for sure if the Trust wallet will give you your private keys, but I know the Exodus does, and I know the Monarch does, but you'll never ever get your private keys. Like, I cannot say, hey, Coinbase, give me the private key for my USD coins. I want to transfer them out. No, you can't do it. They want you to use their interface. And the reason they do that is because what they do is if you send them coins, they immediately scrape it from the address they tell you to send it to and put it in their big wallet where they store all their crypto. And so you never ever get your private key. I've been down this road a million times. You don't want to leave anything significant of value on any exchange. And it's not just Coinbase. Kraken, Gemini, Bityard, Bitflex, Bit whatever the hell. Don't leave your coins on there, because if they get attacked or if people start withdrawing, and it doesn't even have to be a coin that you have. That's the thing. All right. So what if someone attacked the Terra coin? Well, I don't think Coinbase has it, but a lot of exchanges and trading platforms do. If there was an attack on the Terra coin and everybody started withdrawing it to get it off the exchanges, and those exchanges go down because of Terra, but you don't own any Terra. I keep saying Terra. Tether. If you don't own any Tether, I'm saying Terra because Terra was recently attacked and a lot of people got really, really screwed. And that's really unfortunate. But if there was an attack on Tether, even though you don't own it, what happens when the exchange goes down? You can't sell. Let's say you wanted to sell, you had Bitcoin or whatever, and Bitcoin's going down. So you're like, okay, I'm going to sell it and I'll buy back in a little bit later. Well, the platform's down. You don't have access to your coin. Sorry, you can't do it. All right. So that's why you don't want to leave your coins on these exchanges. I mean, if you listen to anybody in the crypto world, they're going to tell you the same thing. If they're reputable, that you do not leave your coins on the exchanges. Let the day traders and people that do that for a living, let them take that risk. You do not want, especially if you're investing, especially for the long term, you do not want to leave your coins on exchanges. All right, so what we've done with Frog Wallets to make this a little bit easier is before we just had something that looked like this that allows you to print your private and your public information. So this is the front side of a piece of paper. You get 2 wallets per paper. I've covered this in other videos, so I'm not really going to go over it. But this is the front side, and then this other tab would be the back side. And this is what it would look like. You don't print this background image, you just turn that off. And so it prints it right on those beautiful wallets that I was showing earlier. It puts your private information on the inside and your public information on the outside, so you can see visually from the outside what you're getting. But what I've recently coded and added into this is a way for you to generate your own crypto addresses right inside of this application. Now notice this URL up here. I am not connected to the internet. This is all, well, I am connected to the internet, but you see that this is not a website. This is a local file being displayed in my browser. So all the work is being done with JavaScript, which is client side. If you're not technical, what that means to you is there's no website out there capturing data. The only people that are going to see this data is you and your printer. And there's some things about that. A lot of people say unplug your internet connection when you print your wallets. All right, I get it, because you know your printer may store a backup of what you printed in case you want to reprint it. All right, I use a very old printer for doing this, and I don't even know if it has that technology. But anyway, that's kind of getting to ludicrous. But I guess if you had $1 million or something, that's something that you need to pay attention to. But what you can do with the new Frog Wallet little printer app, before you had to know your public keys, and now we've got this drop down. This first drop down will let you create a new wallet. You want a Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, you want a Litecoin, you want a Dogecoin, you want a Dash, Digibyte, Monocoin, Theta, Stellar, Ripple, XRP, Lumens. You can generate a brand new address. It'll give you the public key and the private key. So all you have to do is say, okay, I'm going to make myself a Dash wallet. And this is, remember, you get 2 wallets per page. So you might do a Dash and a Litecoin. All right, so we've got a Dash for our first coin. I'm going to select the logos so you can kind of see what that would look like. Where is Dash? Why am I not seeing Dash? There it is. And then the second one is a Litecoin. And these are just the logos. You don't even have to use these, but what those do is they put the logo there. So again, this is the outside of the wallet, the front of the wallet, and you can see, okay, this is my Dash wallet and this is my Litecoin wallet. You can see right through the envelope, and you can scan your QR code right from the envelope, or you could type in your public key if you need to send coins to it. Then you switch over to this tab here, and this is the back, and it will put in the private key for the Dash and the private key for the Litecoin. And then you would you put your piece of paper back in there, and then you would print the private information on the back of the page. Then you fold it up, stick it in the envelope, and now it's secure. So let me talk about the coins that are here. I guess the big thing is a lot of people don't know that a lot of these addresses are based off each other. So, for example, the Bitcoin Cash, the Bitcoin Gold, they all use the same library to generate. They just have a different algorithm in which generates the keys. It's really complicated. It's really not worth getting into. In fact, Litecoin uses the same thing that the Bitcoin does. It just has a different format. But what I really want to talk about here is the Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum itself, the ERC20. This is the Ethereum 20 token. Covers just thousands of different types of coins. So this one address, you can send pretty much any ERC coin to it. And this address will work for it. If you do not know, there's ways you can look it up. For example, here is a page listing ERC20 tokens. USD Coin is an ERC20, but they're also on the TRX20. The USD Coin is everywhere. But you need to make sure what when I say ERC20, we're talking about blockchains now. For instance, the Theta network, I think it's called TNT, TRC, something like that, -20. It is a different blockchain. But the ERC20 has the USD Coin, Hex, Binance USD, Shiba. So that address there, this address here, you can send Shiba coins to this address, even though it says Ethereum, and they will show up in your wallet. You just have to turn the wallet. You have to add the token address. And if you need help with any of that kind of stuff, just so you can see your balance, let me know. We'll be happy to give that information to you. It's just a way of telling the My Ethernet wallet, my Ethereum wallet. What the hell is that called? My Ether wallet is the public interface for the Ethereum token. So, for example, I just want to show you this. I just generated this ERC. Okay, so here's the public address. I'm going to go to the back page and get this. All right. If I want to get into that wallet right now, scroll down and say I've got a private key. All I have to do is put that in there, click Access Wallet. Boom, I'm in that wallet. That was generated offline through this new feature that I've added to the print templates. So you can generate your own. You see there's no money in there. I just generated it. And then if you need to tie other coins to it, like Shiba, you can basically connect the contract, and it will show up here, like where it shows your balances. Somewhere in this area, it would show your Shiba Inu just by adding this custom contract address. You just need to find the Shiba Inu contract. All right, so you can use the print template that we have. Before, we didn't have a way to generate your own keys. Now you can, and we did include the Ethereum, the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, the Theta, the Stellar, the Ripple, and that just with the ERC 2020, it includes so many coins. I mean, I believe there's thousands of coins that are ERC20. There's 45 pages of them. Let's go to page 45. Like stuff I've never even heard of. These are all ERC20 coins. So if you just get their contract address, you can see them inside of the mobile app. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Please, I don't care if you use a Frog Wallet or not. I'd like you to, because I think it's the safest paper wallet out there. It's setting the standard pretty high here, but it's fireproof, fire retardant. I'm not allowed to say fireproof. Fire retardant, water resistant. It comes with a holographic sticker, so if someone were to break that, it leaves a residue. It's tamper evident. That's what the holographic sticker is for. And if you store it properly, there is virtually nothing that's ever going to happen to the Frog Wallet paper wallet. But if if you don't like that, if you're completely comfortable with a mobile wallet, I recommend either the Monarch or the Exodus. If you don't like, if you're not a big cell phone user, um, then go with a hardware wallet. Preferably, what's going to happen even if you do go with a mobile or a hardware wallet, they're going to give you a seed phrase, and again, you don't have to use this print template for new addresses. You can use your already given addresses. So if you have a seed phrase, all you have to do is come over here, plop in your seed phrase, and then click print, and boom. If you look at the front of it, we do have logos for the hardware, the wallet logos. So there's the Ledger, the Exodus, the MetaMask, the Trust, the Wallet of Satoshi. That's another good one. The MetaMask wallet, that's another very popular one. So we have those logos for you, so you can just choose, like say you're going to do the Ledger, and you leave the public key blank. So the outside of it doesn't show anything. And let's say you're doing a Ledger and a Exodus wallet. You just print it, and it looks like this. There's no... The QR code is not going to take you anywhere because there's no public address, but the back of it is where you would pluck in your mnemonic phrase, and it can be a 12 or a 24 word, and my other videos explain how to deal with 24 words. But then you print this, and then you tuck that away. If you lose your cell phone, you've got your seed phrase backed up on a paper wallet. And when you buy a Trezor or you download any of these mobile wallets, they're going to ask you to do this anyway. So why not have a paper wallet ready that's pre-printed? All you have to do is drop your information into this printer document, click print on your printer. It's going to spit it out. You seal it up. If you got the Fire Wallet, which is in one of our packages, or you can buy it separately, you put that in there. Now you've got a waterproof, or water resistant, fire retardant, tamper evident wallet. I doing my best to make this as easy as possible for everybody out there. And if you have any questions, you don't see your coins listed here, just send us an email. Ask us, because we will, if we don't already know, we will figure it out on your behalf. We will never ask you for any private information. We just want to know what blockchain the token is on, and we can tell you if your coin is supported. All right. So even if you don't know what blockchain you're on, and you want to use the Frog Wallet to generate your own private and public key combo, you buy your coins, you go over here, you buy 2 Ethereum from Coinbase, and then you send it to your paper wallet address. And now Coinbase cannot touch it. The only person that can touch it is you, because you have the public and the private key. That's what we're here to do. We're trying our best to help everybody possible. Just don't leave your crypto on the exchanges, please. Until next time, this is Don with frogwallets.com saying be well.